It's the paper bag test. Hi, you are live.
You dirty.
No. What's up, y'all?
Oh my gosh. You would do that.
We are back again with another video. No, what's up, man? This is I guess Black Lightning, but painkiller matters. I don't know. I am your co-host, Rhayne Coleman, the Carefree Blur, Carefree Black Nerd everywhere else. And I have with me today, like I do every week, you already know.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Cole Jackson, and I am treated like a piece of crap on this podcast.
Man,
the pre-production was terrible. I got treated so badly. Talked about, laughed at.
I mean, you already know. I was told I couldn't pass the paper bag test, so I mean, you know. When you know. No.
Wow.
Okay. So I don't know, man. We in here today. We're back from the hiatus. The Black Lightning hiatus has been about a month. Not for us though, because we've been giving you quality content over there in the podcast streets.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out our season 4 redo, where Cole and I have took over the end of season 3 and the first half of season 4 and kind of reshaped it in our own image.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Cole, what else have we been up to over this hiatus?
We had a great interview with Ishmael Rico Ball from Black Lightning. Check out that interview. The interview's on both of our respective YouTube pages, channels, whatever.
Yep,
or you can go to Carefree Black Nerd and check it out on his on his podcast. We had a podcast for him too. Yes, great interview, by the way. Thank we still thanking Rico for dropping by.
Ishmael did what he needed to do.
He did.
Man, yeah. So we've been busy with this BLM brand. Yeah. So
like 1 week off.
Yeah, that's crazy. Honestly, yeah. We took a week off.
We deserve a raise.
Yeah, I think so. Y'all hear that, Black Lightning writers? We deserve a raise. No.
Right.
Yeah, man. So we're back, but we're back with the backdoor pilot. This episode had no 5 different titles. This was simply put Painkiller.
Thank you. Finally,
man. Something that is easy to search, that you don't have to wait until they.
Just wait till the next week. It's gonna be like a whole chapter.
Man, it's gonna be a whole chapter of the Bible. The first 4 chapters of Genesis. Man, they good for that.
Right.
Yeah. So this is Painkiller. Khalil Payne is a young man ridden with guilt of his troubled past from his former life in Freeland City. I know they called it Freeland City, but
I didn't. That name, the Freeland has been named so many different things. Freeland City, Free Ball, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's crazy.
Okay. Atlanta,
Atlanta adjacent.
Yeah. Man, okay, so we're back. We've been gone officially for a month. We come back to Wakanda, which honestly, the name was Akashic Valley. Okay. What's your thoughts? Initial thoughts. We get right into this world. What are you thinking?
So the first thing I thought was, please, Lord, don't let this be shitty. Like, I was really after the whole back and forth we had with Rico, I really was excited about this backdoor pilot. And I'm like, yo, I really hope this is what we talked about it on the pregame.
Yeah.
I wanted action, and boy, they delivered. Pacing was one thing that we talked about, and make sure you guys check us out on the we live tweet every episode.
Yes,
live tweet. One thing that we both pointed out was the pace of the show went fast, and it made sense. Wasn't no slow. It really wasn't even no slowdown. Even with some of the talking stuff, it kind of went through everything they needed to go to, and we got through that show lickety split.
Yeah, and there was a lot happened. Like, there was a lot going on. There was not a moment. Like, the quiet moments came with Anissa and what's his name? Cousin. Donald. Yeah, they really came with them. And even in those moments, they were so full of conversation that was kind of necessary to like, bridge the gap. But those quiet moments were full of like a lot. It wasn't just silence. So yeah, that's one thing I did enjoy about this episode. Yeah.
What was your initial thoughts?
Honestly, I liked it. So I'm watching Invincible, and when I watch Invincible, I get a lot of like desert, Arizona feel, California, and that's what this gave me. Maybe that opening scene. That's the first thing that came to mind was Invincible. Then we got into the city. I got some Madripoor and Wakanda, and I know it's easy to reference those because MCU is doing a lot over there on their end, and it's easy to connect the dots to things. Like when you drive a Toyota, you're gonna see a bunch of Toyotas. But when you ain't driving one, you just see red cars. So in that instance, there's easy to connect it to a lot that's going on with Marvel, even without the like Theseus' ship of it all. But honestly, I like this Akashi City. I like this space. And I mentioned on Twitter, I like it because we're far enough away from Freeland where we can have a whole show, seasons worth of it, and never even connect to Freeland. Also, with all of the CGI and the kind of moody lighting and whatnot, you can do a lot where the exterior shots of the city that were like CGI'd or not real, next to the interior shots, like inside the lab where Anissa was laying down, inside the bar, that fit well to me. And I feel like it gives you a bit more opportunities to use different sets. Right. And instead of just being at the Pierce's home and then at Garfield, and then I like that element of it. So yeah. Cool. Yeah. And it was dark. Oh God, I love that. I don't want to see no sunlight. I love that.
Come on, man.
For that, man.
Gotta do something in the sun sometime.
Nope, just at dusk or at sunrise. I don't want to see no afternoon shots.
It's not a vampire episode.
I don't care,
not a vampire show.
I don't care.
I gotta do something in the daytime.
No, they could sleep in the daytime. So
you crazy. All right, so let's get into the good. First thing that I pointed out, and I maybe I should have saved this for last, but it was just the first thing I wanted to write in my notes. This was not what I thought it was going to be. It really wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And that's a great thing because before we had the interview with Rico Ball, I literally felt like this was going to be a crappy. I thought it was going to be really shitty. I'm not going to tell a lie. My expectations were super low.
Yeah.
Even after we had the interview with Rico Ball, I still was kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like he's hyping it up because some of the stuff he talked about, I think outside the interview, I was like, okay, it's gonna be good, but it wasn't anything that I thought it was going to be. And that was huge for me because I literally felt like this was going to be like just. I thought it was going to be mediocre. And to some people, it might have been mediocre.
Yeah, there was a lot of
To me, I thought it was really good. It set up his whole world really well. I just felt like we're going into something really good.
Yeah. To piggyback off that, I think they did a good job with this episode, like you said, setting up the space that Khalil lives in, but setting it up in a way where if they are presenting this collection on the CW app or in DVD form, you can just easily lift this episode and honestly start from there. Like, I don't know, because it's a backdoor pilot, if there will be an official pilot for the first episode or if we're going right into the mess, but this is a good way to kind of test out these characters, see their chemistry, see if the fans react to them. So that part I did enjoy.
Right. Yeah, this is really good, man. This is just, I think, just my expectations of where they were, and they kind of, exceeded what I thought it was. So I was kind of low. Khalil's team, awesome team. I like Khalil's squad with his name on the freaking show is
Andrew.
It's Filky, but you know him as Andrew. I don't know. I was waiting on Molly to pop up. I was like,
she almost
Molly yet. For anybody who is an Insecure fan, this is Andrew, and he is so cool.
Oh hell, yes.
Cool as hell, man. And I really enjoyed Donald, and I enjoyed his story. They was calling him Cousin Donald at one point in time. I don't understand what Anissa was doing, but Anissa was Anissa in this episode. But
she was a lot. Not
Donald,
the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, well, don't wait till we get to our bad. I thought Donald was cool. I like how they gave us a quick little exposition story about who he is and what happened to him. PTSD, tried to kill himself. Khalil found him, brought him back. Now he's working with Khalil to help him. I thought that was really good. They told a nice little story with Filky. With Filky, the whole situation, they found each other, and Filky
was homeless.
But they helped each other out. He'll be able to help Khalil get back to, I guess, normal.
Well,
I didn't get that part.
Well, I took it as Filky having some either like psychology background or some type of like meditation, something that allows him to help Khalil get in control of Painkiller.
Right.
Now, I have to rewatch it again, like get a clear, maybe I'm, inferring too much, but that's the way I took it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really didn't, because we get a back and forth internal with Khalil and Painkiller going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, well, no, I don't want to get rid of you because you're a part of me. But I'm just trying to figure out, well, what's Filky's role? Is it just more to help him control it? But seems like he already has it under control. So that part of the show kind of confused what I was. It confused me. I didn't know what his real role is. And maybe I wasn't watching or listening hard enough, but I'm just thinking maybe he's just trying to help Khalil get a better get Painkiller under control a lot more.
Yeah. That was my interpretation of their relationship. Like, I got you clean, got you this bar, and you helped me out on the back end with, my Painkiller stuff. So, if we're wrong, listeners, use the hashtag BLMPod and let us know. But that's the way I took it as well.
Yeah. What did you think about the squad?
I loved them. I honestly did. I like that. I like that we have an Asian person.
Andrew ain't Asian no more, man. He got a black card. Man. We got to give him a black card now.
Now him and his brother and Molly had a whole episode about blackness and identity, and that made me hate it. Now I did
I'm stamping his black card. I'm giving him a bad.
There you go, passing out black cards. But no, I liked it. I like that we got this Asian character. I liked the team. Because one thing I really liked about them is that they were very capable physically, but we didn't see that until, we didn't. Let me put this. We got both of their strengths throughout the episode, where you could easily think because Khalil is so powerful, he is the muscle. When we got to the end and it was like, you got to get out of here, this place gonna blow up, they were ready to like jump in. It wasn't any question. So it's like you get the strong leader in Khalil, you get the tech guy with Filky, and then with Donald, you get the medicine dude. But even as a unit, like at the end, Khalil was like, "Hey, we the Avengers, man. We gotta, we gotta take this chick down." So I did. I really like them, and I'm hoping that they don't recast them when we get to the actual.
Man, that would be a disservice to the show if they did that.
But when it comes to pilots, you don't always get. Hell, Girlfriends was supposed to have a white girl instead of Lynn. So that's I'm like, I really hope that they've done well enough fan wise to solidify that spot. I don't want to see anybody else be these characters. I don't.
Yeah. Akil Productions was putting out enough stuff weeks ahead of time for us to kind of, get some hype up behind it. So I don't know, because the thing is, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna be completely honest right now. If it's under the guise of Black Lightning and the ratings come out low, it's because it's under the guise of Black Lightning and people aren't really enjoying the show like they should. So if they're not pushing it as Painkiller, which they have the commercials, if you've seen any commercials for it, it's Painkiller. Any of the trailers, it's Painkiller. So they was pushing it as Painkiller. So hopefully, I think that connected with people enough so they can kind of get it. But you never know, man. But that's the thing, like.
But also, where's it shot?
So what now?
Where's it shot? Because remember, that seemed to be maybe one of the issues with Black Lightning is that it is in Atlanta and not in. So there's that. But go ahead, man.
No, I just hope enough people tuned in to be able to take advantage of how well the show is. I think the show was really good, and I think if they continue to do this, we'll be good.
Man, I know we added a good 100,000 to them tweets last night. Fam, Painkiller and Painkiller Pilot. You search those hashtags, you're gonna see that Carefree Black Nerd logo all up and through there. I was look, fam. So yeah, they have to. I hope we do get a solid season and they don't go overboard like they've done with like Riverdale.
Yeah,
and like even with Black Lightning getting past the first season and kind of going off the rails. Yeah. But yeah, I think a good thing for me is how much stuff they introduced that could easily be in this episode or could easily be drawn out into longer storylines. Like him and the kids or the people in them computers. I was like, nigga, what is this?
Yeah.
Like,
the laptop stuff.
Yeah. That could easily, you could say, all right, that happened and move on to something better. But like, are those metas? What are those people? So yeah.
Persist on that. The dynamic of Painkiller and Khalil, the internal struggle thing, keep that.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Whatever you do, that was something I really enjoyed. They got to keep that. I don't know. They got to keep it. I don't know if it's something that they're gonna keep going every episode, but I like it. I like that Khalil is sitting there reading a book and just kind of like the whole beginning of it when he kept calling this a bitch, and he was just like, "That's one." You know what I'm saying? And he kept kind of coming back at him with some super intelligent type stuff and
wisdom shit.
Yeah, and I like that. I like having that duality. I like having the yin and the yang. I like having this internal struggle, and I like how it's playing out. Like everything doesn't even end up in a fight. Like later on in the episode, he's just like, "Look, man, just trust me. Just trust me, and I'll handle the job if you can trust me."
Which, again, I have to say, like, this is really a golden goose with Khalil, because you have this opportunity to, one, for him show his acting chops, because this man has been doing this for a while. Two, ain't no CGI, fam. It's just camera angles and a body double. But the amount of scenes that we got of Khalil dealing with Painkiller, we were three. The one in the beginning, the one at the very end, and then the one when he was like, hey, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get rid of me, but just trust me. Like, we got some more throughout, but those were the three big set pieces. And this man is acting against himself, like, and doing a damn good job. And like that opens up the opportunity to do so much more. Like, even with the crew, like, I mean, again, to like fan cast that season, there's a chance to make Painkiller take over. And now how do they respond to Painkiller versus Khalil? So it's man. I'm with you.
I like that. I just thought that was a great dynamic to the show, especially the end of the episode when there's about to be a self-destruct and Painkiller's like, "Yo, man, I'm tired." You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. And Khalil's like, "Look, man, let's work together. Let's figure this out." I love it. I love that. Even just every single one of those situations were good. Good to me. I loved every single one of those. And I hope that's something that they keep. Like we've seen some good stuff come and go in Black Lightning. And I it's been some good stuff they've really taken away. Like the whole thing with Perina, I wish they would have kept that going.
The 100.
I was a Perina fan, and I just don't want them to make the same type of mistakes. I think that kind of stuff, to me, worked. It helped me understand what was going on internally with him, and it gives us an opportunity to know if Painkiller is gonna take over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff there, and I like it. I like that. I like that.
No, same. I like the uncertainty, because Another good thing about this is that Painkiller in the comics is a certain way. You've created a Painkiller for this universe, but you can tell whatever story you want. And then that could possibly be reflected in the comics. So this Painkiller that people are falling in love with, like, it's, to me, it's almost, if I'm going to be so dramatic, like the Tony Stark of the MCU. Like, you have an opportunity to do something with this person that can reach far, you know, even if it's just through the TV shows and not the movies. But like, Jordan Calloway is he is conventionally attractive. He's physically fit. He has the acting chops, and he's, all in all, from what I've seen in interviews, a charming person. There's no reason why, and for me, I'm taking it as personally, because I've been watching him since Riverdale. It shouldn't have took this long for him to get this big. He should have been like leading man in charge way before this. But I'm happy we here now. But it's overdue. It's overdue. So
next thing, Maya as the villain. Thank you. I love her. I think she's an awesome villain. We have a little bit of a twist towards the end to find out why she's the villain, maybe. I mean, we don't know if she's the overarching villain, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
I felt like she's strong. Sorry, I liked the way she talked to people. And I was like, okay, go ahead. I just had a couple go ahead moments in there. What you think about Maya?
No, I liked her. I didn't know. I didn't really know how to take her, because with Black Lightning, we've had Tobias Whale for Ever and a Day. We've had the 100 that haven't really panned out. And this was something new. I was like, oh, is she the villain, or is she like the lackey of the villain? So the whole episode, when we got to Homegirl in the trailer, and she was like, man, you better not even say her name. And I was like, okay. So I was there for her, but until we got that scene at the trailer, I was like, I don't really know where to fall on her. But when Homegirl was like, hey, no, don't say Maya's name around here. I was like, all right, okay. So I liked her, and I liked that it's a woman. And
strong too. Strong. Head up high, like, everybody telling them what to do, where to go, and how to do it.
Yeah, I like me a good villain. I like me a good woman villain, and she's a black woman with black hairstyles, and you know, she clearly is running this thing. So I enjoyed that.
Maybe.
Well, as far as we know, like, she told Homeboy, white boy with the fro, she was like, do some work. It was like, we got us a meta. We got time
to lean, got time to clean.
Man, so I liked her.
This is exactly how I wrote it in my notes. Okay, Grace, come through then. Grace was useful this episode.
Man, that's
Grace.
Look.
Even for your little couple minutes of screen time, go ahead.
Say your piece. She on my
Go ahead,
top of my list.
Go ahead and break out them chains. Go ahead and fight a couple bad guys.
Off your feet so you can dance. I just want to pray. She was COVID ready. She said, no coma, no COVID. Yeah,
I said, come through, Grace. They finally did something with Grace, and it was good. She's not helpless. She broke out of there. Thank you.
Yeah. I loved her this episode. I did not like her being taken, but then at the beginning when they drugged her, I was like, you know what? Her senses should have kicked in, but I'm okay with that, because some things just have to happen for the plot to unfold.
Right.
So I was good with that. When she was doing that growling shit, I don't know why I was into that. Like, okay, she did the eye thing. Even her body language in that fight versus the body language in, like, when the mayor was killed, them cartwheels and shit, like, it was so different. I like that when Khalil rolled up, she was like, "You're not Khalil, you're Painkiller." And they had that look. She was like, "Yeah, but you gotta trust me. I ain't here to Khalil sent me in here to save you. I ain't gonna kill you." She was like, "All right, let's go." And he's like, "No, I got something to do." She's like, "All right, I'm out." Like, it was just, that was such a good scene for Grace, where it's like, how are you failing her in Black Lightning? She could have been doing shit like this, and it didn't take a lot. she like convulsed on a hospital bed, hopped up, whooped some ass, and like was like her body language was very I guess cat-like with the arching and the man.
Yeah.
Grace, yeah.
So now I gotta throw this out here.
But
Can we have Grace on Painkiller?
No, we can't because her and this are together. Her and this
No,
are together. No,
something else happen. Something
No.
can happen.
You know they're not breaking them up.
Come on.
No, they have been positioned as the lesbian attractive couple throughout every season of Black Lightning.
God,
You know good and damn well they're not going to separate those two. You know it. Now, unless Grace come back with some, huh?
Put on the squad. Put on the team.
No, you have to split them. Like Grace is going to have to be like, hey, I got some more secrets to uncover. I'll be back in this. Like, but I don't feel like they're not going to do that.
Go ahead and write it for us, Rhayne. Go ahead and write it for us.
Hey, bro, I got you want to do a special episode, you know, write that pilot. I got
write it for us.
But look, they're not I can do it now. DCCW Warner Brothers hit me up. I got a good, a hot little storyline for you. But I don't think they're going to split them up because they've been positioned as this it girl group or girl couple to the fans of Black Lightning. So to split them up, to have her show up, I would love it. But I don't think that's going to happen.
It only makes sense. That little one scene that she had, that little one part that she had, I'm like, put her on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
Put her on the squad.
Which, and honestly, as far as representation is concerned, to see her and Filky together, and not that they got to be paired up love interests in that, but just to seeing two Asian people on this show, like as much as Black people are the best friend.
Just see Grace do something other than being helpless, being submissive, and all this other group bullshit.
Man.
I'm just saying. I'm like, yo, why don't y'all just put her on the squad? Just put her on the squad, man.
I mean, for all we know, they might put her on this, but I don't see that happening, man.
Cause once she get back to Black Lightning, she's gonna go back to old Grace. She's not gonna
even look at the creative team to see if the people who wrote this pilot also wrote Black Lightning.
I didn't look either. I didn't want to.
So listeners, let us know if you know if these people are, if it's the same creative team. Let us know. Use the hashtag BLMPod, or if you know right now, put it in the comments over here on YouTube or Facebook or however you're consuming this.
Squad, homie.
But yeah, no, I really think that that scene, the whole episode, but the third act of the episode was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It showed a lot of what these people are capable of. We didn't get a lot of fighting with Donald and Filky, but I would like to, I don't expect them to be. Go ahead.
Okay, Filky's the guy in the chair. We already know that he's the guy in the chair. I don't know if I want Donald to be a fighter.
No, I'm not saying, because one, we know Khalil is A1. He's that guy. But when they suited up and they were ready to run in that building after him, so when I say fighting, that's more or less all encompassing, like them taking action, physical action. I don't expect them to be as great as him, because again, like my fan casting mind, I'm like, there has to be a scene or an episode where Khalil is off the board and they have to do shit that only he's able to do. Like they're gonna have to find out. Like it just. I'll leave that alone.
See, you're already writing the show.
Man say. Yeah. So, what about you? Your bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I still got some good, actually.
Oh, go ahead.
I still got good things.
I just went to your bed. Whoa.
Yeah, I still got good stuff.
All right, brother.
We finally get some good fight scenes that we hadn't gotten in a while. I think the fight scenes were really good. The hallway scene with Anissa was really, really good. Yeah. That was really good. The ending scene that he had at the laboratory where he came in and put the sword down and then so I thought it was really dope too how Khalil or how Joy Calloway was acting and he clicked and he went into painkiller mode. Because he was at first he was doing the Khalil thing. He was like, "All right, your turn," and he was like, "Yeah." Then he clicked. Like, "Oh yeah, it's time for time for me to whoop some ass.
Yeah.
Great fight scenes. I think the fight scenes were really good. I think they were handled well. We haven't really got a good fight scene in a while. Hopefully we can change that in Black Lightning in the second half of the season and go from there. But I thought the fight scenes were handled really well.
Let me add, Khalil is an equal opportunity ass whooper. When I tell you there were black people, there were white people, there were women, there were men, there were Asians. Everybody got their ass whooped that day. Them 2 white women that came after him at the end, I was like,
I was about to say, how cool was it with the 2 white ladies and they was just like, and he was like, oh yeah.
They did a little something, but they didn't do enough. When he threw that sword through that whoever was coming to the front door, I was like, okay, they put a lot of energy and thought into this.
Yeah.
And I'm just now getting into wrestling. So for those of you watch, it's brand new.
Okay, holla me, brother. I'm a wrestling fan. Okay.
So, but I say that because it's one thing to fight, and even thinking back on the conversation with Rico Ball, where he's like, when I've done one thing my whole life and excelled at it, and then now I have to shift gears with these fight scenes, though they are so great, it's one thing to really be in a fight and just be whooping ass. It's another thing to have to fight, do choreography, and pull your punches, and everybody working in tandem. So not just Khalil. Khalil did a really good job, Jordan Calloway, but I think the entire cast, when it came down to those fight scenes, even if you find it a bit corny, and even if you're like, it could be better, I think overall they gave you the feeling of what you needed.
Yeah.
Anissa, especially in that hallway, makes me feel like her in close quarters is much better than her out in the field.
Yeah.
She looked better fighting in that hallway than she ever has standing up on top of a block of money or a car or something.
Yeah. All the fight scenes were really great, and I enjoyed them. And we haven't really got a lot of good fight scenes, so that was it. And for my last good thing,
what?
Spoilers, people. The ending. Odell.
Yeah.
Odell is Maya's.
Odell Beckham.
Stop. Odell is Maya's father.
Bill Duke. So that makes me.
Was he in Gotham?
That's what I was saying. I was just gonna say that. Like,
was he in Gotham? Oh shit! Like he was. We got a black Batwoman around here, and she's going crazy. She's beating people like hotcakes.
He's like, Maya, come get her ass. But they have an opportunity here to do something so good with, like, even if you want to tie in a little bit of Batwoman with Khalil with Painkiller.
Stop.
Man, look, they're doing a good job. So I could see how.
Wait, hold on, because you're in the middle of a lie. When last episode of Batwoman you don't watch?
We're not talking about that.
Oh, okay, because they're doing something. I'm going to go ahead and catch you in your live right now.
Episode 4.
Okay, because you was sitting here lying. They're doing some good stuff over there, old Batwoman.
I'm talking about Painkiller. What I'm saying is, I think that the feeling that we're getting from Painkiller, it'll probably be closely reflected to the feeling that people got watching Arrow. And with that in mind, you could probably use whatever clout you get from how well his show is going to do to like bring in other people. That's all I'm saying.
I put that in my notes too. I said, this is really close to Arrow. Like, this is looking like it might take Arrow's place as this dark Batman wannabe show.
Punisher.
I would. No, go ahead.
No, something Punisher, but he also has a team. But not whatever. Go ahead.
Punisher had a team too. He had a homeboy.
One Andrew. He won Asian.
Oh Lord. But I put that in my notes too. This could possibly replace Arrow if they keep going in this direction. I think this could take Arrow's spot because we really, as far as me, I still watch the Arrowverse stuff, except for Legends of Tomorrow. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Or Batwoman. I don't watch Batwoman either. But but I really have a huge Arrow fan. Loved Arrow ever since it came on. I watched it even through the bad seasons. So my biggest thing is this going to be the Arrow replacement that we want or we need?
I hope so.
I would think it would be.
and it's in a space where, like, physically, geographically, as far as I know, this hasn't been featured in the Arrowverse at all. I looked up the place last night. Jeez, why didn't I pull up that tweet? But it is an East African. Now I don't know if that's where this place is, but somebody had mentioned, oh, they're in Africa, and I did some like digging. I was like, oh, it's kind of Wakanda adjacent, but it feels a little bit like Japanese something. And so I found it. But
it's Jakarta. Wakanda's neighbor,
okay.
Jakarta.
Okay,
I got a cousin named Jakarta.
That sounds more like it. That's not it.
Jakarta, you better come out here and get this boy.
This fool said Jakarta. I'm trying to pull it up. Okay, here we go. The country of Bernardunia, Buredunia, is a country located in Eastern Africa. By the 21st century, the tiny nation was embroiled in an all-out civil war. This is on Prime Earth. So I'm not the DC Comics guy, so I'm not 100% familiar, but I'm like, if they are going this route, this is one of the smartest things that the DCCW WB could have done. Explore those, learn from your mistakes. If Black Lightning is the Black Show blueprint and you kind of messed that up, learn from the mistakes you made there, do better with Khalil, and learn from other folks too. We got Madripoor, we got Wakanda. Man, put that into this, find your own little corner of Bernardunia, whatever.
Jakarta.
That's a cousin name.
Jakarta. Okay, let's call it Jakarta. What it is,
Jakarta. Okay. No, yeah. So that's that.
You got any more good points?
No, overall, the 70s girl. I like that they kind of dropped her in. Now they could go.
I didn't get it
because I felt like that was Filky's like an old flame. So what I'm saying is like, I like that they found a way. Everything mattered. So if we go into Khalil's season and Filky has this love interest and you carry her over, it only makes sense. But she wasn't there solely just to be like, oh, we used to hook up. Like, she told him about Maya. She gave him the guns. So I liked her. And I liked her look mainly because this Afro-futuristic Wakanda Japanese space that we're in, everybody looked they all kind of look the Matrix same, but she was so different and so off the beaten path. It's like, what's her story? That makes me want to know more about her.
I think
how are you in this space and you look like you stepped out the 70s, but all these other people look like they from 2099 behind the bar. And Maya walking around in a power suit, a business suit. So I liked her. She was really
that one shot when she was walking in and had those two white guys, was it 3 men behind her, and she was just like, I like that scene.
Yeah, see, a lot of this felt almost like that Insecure, the final season, the last season, where you could probably take a screenshot of some of this and it's just pretty. Some of it, I did like, what was the hotel called? The leather. The black velvet. I like that. I'm hoping that it wasn't just used to emphasize that they were on their honeymoon. I hope that we revisit that place, because I'm like, you could do a lot with that too. Get John Wick on. So, but that's my that's pretty much where I am. That's my good.
Pretty good. The bad, and I don't really have a lot of bad things here. Y'all need to use real money instead of Usher bucks to pay for the CGI next time, because this CGI was horrible. And Usher must have dropped. He must have put in on this CGI, because that CGI was terrible.
Man,
it looked horrible, and I understand why they had to do it. I'm pretty sure pandemic made them go this route, but that CGI was really bad, man. I'm sorry. It was horrible.
Okay.
From the very opening scene where she's driving in a non-driver, they're riding in a driverless car. And then that one scene where the white dude steps out of the tube. It looked like a video game, and I was like, I don't want that.
But see, I liked some of that, mainly because to me, this is a comic book type show. I feel like that though, like you said, probably practical reasons, it just made more sense. But I like that this. Now I'm good with better CGI, sure, but that didn't bother me. Like those exterior scenes and some of the, I don't know. I guess to me it felt very nostalgic but updated. It felt like you took some of the graphics from like late 90s, early 2000s and put a little bit of a sheen on them. And like when Khalil was in his car, first thing came to mind was that Drive Slow video by Kanye West. Like I don't know that I would want to see a whole season of that, but I did like, what we got. I thought it was okay.
The car scene was dope. Him being inside the car was good. It's just the surroundings, man. That CG was bad.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm not saying it was great. I'm not saying that at all.
And then and let's be real. Let's be honest here. Falcon and Winter Soldier just did Madripoor, and they did that live action, and they blew that out of the freaking water. So I think that they have the same type of money for the TV budget. It's a new show. Spend some. Well, yeah, of course. Great White Hope, huh? Spend some money on this show, and
yeah, no, I'm with you. I think that when it comes to this show, they are doing what they can. I agree with Cole. I agree with you, man.
Sorry. I don't know what happened.
Good. I kept going. No. I'm with you. I agree. I think that spend a little bit of money because Superman ain't hurting, and I've only watched the first episode and a half. I'm enjoying what they're giving me, but he ain't hurting for no budget,
right? Right.
And if you got to just do because what's really funny is that if you look at the CGI, but then you look at the scene of Anissa going into the hallway, that's just like the backstage of a stage. And it was the lighting. The lighting did it. So, and it mimicked enough of the colors and enough of the moodiness of the city that you're like, okay, I know where she's at. She's in Tekashi 6ix9ine, a verse. I don't know, whatever it is.
Right. But, what do you want to call it?
Yeah. So, but no, I'm with you. I do hope that the CGI improves, but I honestly was okay with this first installment.
Man, just get some good neon lights and a nice scene. Yeah, and you guys can most definitely make it work. I'm pretty sure there's some people who are smart enough to make something like that work. So
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just hoping that last night there was enough interaction and engagement that folks see like, okay, they want this show. You can have a show with some black folks and it just be a good show. And regardless,
futuristic sci-fi actiony type.
That Afrofuturism, like if they jump on that, I know Black Panther has done that, but there's not only one way to interpret Afrofuturism. There's not one way. We're not a monolith. You can do different things, but
Lovecraft Country did it.
Yes, there we go. So yeah, so there we go. So go with your bad. Finish your bad list.
Ain't but one more thing I got to put on here. To be honest, you know what it is.
What is it?
Anissa is doing the Anissa thing,
but she didn't do it the whole episode.
Yes, she did. Don't do me. Yes, she did. From the time that she walks, hey, bro. Next time you put the sun in my face, you need to let a nigga know, cuz.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know him like I know him. He's a killer.
This voice, will you stop it, fam? Man.
Look, I know y'all tired of me talking about this on this podcast. I don't know y'all tired of me putting her on my bad list. So I'm just going to say this. And I might not even talk about her anymore for the rest of the season unless she do something really bad. But she was horrible in this show. Her acting was terrible. Terrible. The whole scene where she was supposed to be hating this nigga, mad at this nigga at Painkiller. You're a killer. And how dare you trust him? And then she fell out and I didn't even know she went back to like sleep.
You didn't see her faint?
Where he was just like, when she wakes up, tell her I'm going to fight. I said, when did she faint? When did she fall out? She was too busy looking mean.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Even the comments. The only okay part was the conversation she had with cousin Donald. But to be honest with you, man, we could have did this episode without her. She was just a connection to Black Lightning.
She was horrible.
Grace. She was horrible. She was horrible. She was horrible. The actor, even at the very end, when she was having a conversation about her sister, and when Khalil was asking about Jennifer, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, she's changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing all right, kid. Get out of my face, nigga. I'm tired. I'm tired. I have not seen, and guys, I'm sorry if I'm offending you when I say this or when I'm talking about her, but I haven't seen anything else in the Fessa Williams catalog, and maybe I should, but she's just not that good of an actor to me. She's not a great actor, and this is not. This is gonna sound real disrespectful, but I gotta say it. This is not A-level type shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't A-level show. And I feel like the material that she's giving, she couldn't. I felt nothing. Her mad face at Khalil looked like she was constipated. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, no, I get it because you keep saying it on you say it all the time. Even the little Jungle Fever hand grab that they did at the beginning.
Oh, that was awkward. I was like, why are y'all on two different sides of the car? This is your honeymoon. Y'all need to be up under each other. Like, them Bantu knots put them in her face. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. That was
so weird for a doozy. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I mean, it's the last season, and I don't have to do it anymore. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to get it. Like, yeah, I get where you coming from, Rhayne, when you keep saying, like, well, she's the beautiful Black woman, a lesbian lead, and all this other stuff. Yeah, she had on like short shorts and Bantu knots with a cape on. She was Storm for cosplaying the Storm. Okay, that's great.
Stop it.
She was horrible. She was horrible. Even when he poisoned her when he put the poison on her up against the wall, she couldn't even fall out good.
Man, shut up, Cole.
Is that all right?
She's in Westview, man. No, I agree with you with some of this. A lot of it was kind of awkward. I felt like if there's any time, and this is on my bad list, if there's any time for you to lean heavily into the queer lesbian love, was this episode. And everybody's love is expressed differently, but
love of my life. I lost her one time.
I didn't
lose her again.
She didn't sell me on that. Because she was gonna whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna get upset. But even in writing into time,
I need you to rant with me.
I don't like
rant with
I think she's not to say every queer person in representation needs to be this great stand-up, wonderful, lovey person. You can have shitty gay people, but Anissa has taken the cake 4 seasons over with her love life. And I think what she's doing with Grace is even worse than what she did with Homegirl from season 1, where she just ghosted her and then got mad when the girl was mad. So, like, I think that this Anissa Grace thing, I don't know what's changed from season 1, but season 1 felt more authentic than what we've gotten since then. And them together here, body language was a bit weird.
I'm sorry. Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
If you go back to season 1, Rhayne, she doesn't have a lot of scenes with another woman. She only has like maybe the first few episodes.
No, she has. When did Grace show up, on season 2 or season 1?
Season 2. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, no, that's what I'm representing. I'm sorry. That's what I'm thinking of, because they were together in the library, together at the gay club. They spent time together, and to me, it felt a little bit more authentic. I didn't like their representation here. Let me not say that. That's weird. Not representation. I just didn't like them together as a couple here. I was hoping that this episode was going to sell me on them being in love and them being married, and I don't think it was that great. Even with them showing up at the hotel, and this is me nitpicking, but there was no luggage. Like, what are we doing? Where did we get the self-driving car?
They got a self-driving car. They was in the futuristic. They didn't need no clothes. What you talking about?
Like, were you only there for a day?
Did you see the jean shorts and the cape she had on? Clearly, she didn't have any problem with not having clothes.
She had all them outfits last episode when she was like, "Oh, we could go to New Orleans, or we could go to space, or we could go next door." Like, but she had nothing for this. And I know that's like a small thing, but like,
it's not.
It's on the fantasy. Where is your luggage? And Grace looks like, I don't know, your cool guidance counselor. Girl, take this Doug funny ass outfit off. I'm like, where are you going? But yeah, no, that was a negative for me. I don't think that they did.
I did like the tweet where they saying Anissa always had some black artificial.
Yeah, that was me. She always got some black woman, robot black woman. Yeah, catering to her. And I'm like, man, you got an Asian one. Where get you a Asian artificial intelligence too? God damn it, you got an Asian wife. No, but I liked it overall. That though didn't hit for me. Even her and Grace hugging after Grace got out of the building, I was like, what is this? It's like, oh, I love you, I miss you. That's what the script says. Okay, girl, come on, let's go.
Oh, when they was getting in the car.
No, when they just like got together, and I don't know, it wasn't doing it for me.
Then the speech he gave to cousin Donald, now I'm gonna take that strength that you gave me, and I'm gonna go out there and get my wife back. Then they get there, and she's like, "Get in the car. We ain't finna fight with them. Go on, get in the car. Let's go." I was like, what happened to this fight that you was gonna do this strength that cousin Donald then gave you?
The CGI, they ain't had no CGI for that. But no, yeah, that's a bad for me. No luggage. Where's the luggage?
Where's the acting? Where's the talent?
But I don't think we're going to get her in Painkiller much longer. I'm hoping Painkiller spends a lot of time in this Akashi place. Like, I don't want to see him back in Freeland.
No, I think that's where the bar and everything is. So I think that's where it's gonna be. And I think that's amazing.
This isn't a bad or a good, but Khalil having this secret money that the ASA had. I know this is a means to an end, so I'm okay with it. But I was like,
he rich now.
I mean, could you not have? I'm okay with it. I'm just going to be okay with it because it's like Lala out here having cage fights. The people are feeling and suffering, and this man, he ain't like them reparations for all the pod kids. How he the only one who get this money? But
here you go.
Do the Oprah hand.
Like, wait a minute. Yeah, he's like, yeah. Still got some money left.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm okay with it. Like I'm gonna talk myself down off this ledge. I'm okay with that.
I thought that was funny too. It's like, yeah, the money I help you find, all that secret money that I help you find from the ASA, and he was just like, yeah, I'm rich.
By the way, like
about this bar and everything in it. Here you go.
One bad thing for me is Maya, the bar, and then like the camera guy, like whatever that crew was. I know this is a pilot, so there's only so much that you're going to be able to do. But I was like, if this guy, Filky, has this bar, he's had, I would imagine, for like the last year. Sex trafficking and human trafficking is not anything new. If you're in a bar that has these kind of seedy type of people that come through, the idea that Maya has been kidnapping these people, that shouldn't be brand new. Like, I was like, why are y'all just now? Even if you don't know these people specifically, you have to at least be like, I can't have nobody in my bar going missing. Right. And you didn't hire this man to take pictures. So, like, ask him questions.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me, sir. You're kind of shady. You taking these pictures? Are you hustling in here? You hustling?
I mean, yeah, the house. Where's the house cut? Because you don't just walk around taking pictures. So, I like it's things like that kind of took me out of it, but I was like, okay, it's the pilot. We got to get a lot of stuff done. I can suspend belief. But I was like, y'all niggas should at least know of Maya. If 70s Bae was like, oh no, don't say her name, y'all gotta at least be a little familiar.
Let me ask you a question. Will we question it if it was 2-Bit taking pictures?
I would because we're here. No, I would because like, what do you do? Again, it's the same thing stands.
Never question 2-Bit. You don't never question what 2-Bit doing. He out here hustling for his family and for drugs.
How did he get to East Africa? How?
What is 2-Bit? You know, when there's a will, there's a way with 2-Bit.
I mean, you're right. He goes up in Wakanda.
Be like, hey, let me get some of that good liquor and some crack.
Grow up, man. Shoot. But yeah, no, that's my bad. That's my bad. I mean, I probably could come up with some more stuff, but honestly, overall, I did enjoy the episode.
This was a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, we got to go back to the shit. Bullshit.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Wait, no. Here's my bad. I just thought of, where does this episode fall in the Black Lightning continuity? Because if we got Isaiah going after all the Pierces, I know this is their honeymoon, but like, when we show up next week, I need
Isaiah.
to know how much time has passed. Yeah, Isaiah, because he was hired to kill the Pierces.
Ishmael?
Yeah, oh shit, my bad. Ishmael. I'm
wrong.
He got to me, y'all. No, so but no, like, when we get to episode 8, I need to know how much time has passed from the end of episode 6 and the beginning of episode 8. Because if Ishmael is out killing folks and going after the Pierces, I'm looking forward to seeing Anissa and Grace in the next episode to tie everything together. They don't even have to mention. Huh?
I don't think they're gonna tie it together.
No, I'm saying they don't have to mention any of Khalil Painkiller. I don't care about that, but I just need to use them as reference to be like, oh, hey, y'all, we back from our honeymoon. We was gone for a week. Like, I need to know.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Man,
as much as the show has done to us this season, I don't think they're gonna do it.
As much as they've done to us.
They're not gonna do it. She gonna pop up and be like, hey, everybody, let's fight.
It's been a day. No,
yeah.
We'll see. I'm just, honestly, this has me pumped for the next episode. I'm like, this the second half. Maybe they, turn some stuff around. They turn the beat around. Hey, love to hear Black Lightning. Hey, yeah. So I'm just, I'm ready, man. All right. That's my bad. I ain't got no bad.
That's cool. That's cool. I guess we can still rate the episode. We don't have to do favorite character because it's technically it's not even in the continuity.
Yeah.
Unless you want to. What do you want to do?
We can rate it because honestly, everybody was great. Everybody was great. So we could just rate it, man. We could. So okay, let's rate it as a pilot. So as a pilot, let's see, Painkiller. How many pain pills out of 10 pain pills? What do you rate? What do you rate this episode?
I'd have to give it 8 pain pills.
Okay.
It was very good. The CG and Anissa really took me out of this, though, for real.
The CG and Anissa.
And let me just say this. And this is what I'm gonna do. By next episode, I am going to make sure I find a Nafessa Williams movie, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to see what her acting skills are like outside of Black Lightning, because I haven't seen her in anything else. So maybe it's something wrong with me. So I'm gonna look up IMDb. I got a bunch of streaming services. I'm gonna look up what she got on IMDb, and I'm gonna find one of her movies, and I'm gonna watch her, and I'm gonna maybe it's something wrong with me. How about that?
Perhaps. Well, so cool. So then you come back with a report. You can update us on your thoughts. If they're the same, if they're better, if they're worse. Check us back here. Same Black Lightning time, same Black Lightning station.
Why do I do this to myself? Did we get any comments?
Huh?
Any comments?
We got Sid. He gave us the Hot 100. He says he misses the Arrowverse. He misses Arrow rather. Yeah. And he also says Superman is cool. Man just need to hit the gym. Superman? Well, I've only
he looked a little scrawny.
I mean,
he looked a little scrawny.
I'm not watching for the same reason. So, but yeah, go ahead. God,
you are terrible.
So, out of 10 pain pills, I'm gonna do like probably 7.9. So a high.
Hit a nigga 8, bruh. A 7.9, you round it up to an 8. Just give it an 8.
I do an 8.1. You still round it down to an 8, nigga. No, yeah, but honestly, for not the same reasons, but I do feel like it wasn't 100. Like we didn't, because I was thinking like if your issue is with Anissa, who else could have possibly visited if we were going to pull in someone from the Black Lightning show?
Maybe Black Lightning. Since it's the spinoff, maybe Jefferson Pierce may be out there.
I don't think so. I think aside, honestly,
that's the only logical. The only two logical people to me would be Jefferson Pierce or Gamby.
But if we're getting this exact same type of story, somebody has to go missing. So who is it? Jefferson and Lynn? Then are they both there doing a honeymoon? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Jefferson following up on a leave for something else.
Okay, that could work. One thing I do hope, and I know this might be me, fan casting away, but I hope we get some of the original pod kids on the show. They don't have to have no huge role, but it'd be nice to see Wendy, pop up there or something. Give me Wendy. She whooped Black Lightning ass, man. She can handle herself.
I ain't got no beef with that.
But no, just to kind of tie it all in, because I feel like those kids, man, you were extras in a show that probably should have been bigger than what it is, and you really ain't have a leg to stand on. Bring them back, man. Bring them back. Bring them back. It's hard to yell with the. Okay. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Man. So any closing thoughts? Comments?
No, man. I'm super excited to watch Painkiller and see how that's gonna go. All jokes aside, hopefully the second half of the season of Black Lightning is really good. Seriously, let's end it on a high note. Like I really want to end it on a high. And there's a couple of things on Black Lightning that, like, we still have Lala at doing his Han Solo thing. We still have. I mean, he is Han Solo for intents and purposes. That concrete. You ain't never seen Star Wars, so it don't even matter.
No, but I know something about. But yeah, so yeah.
So we got that. We're gonna get to see Tobias be mayor.
More JJ.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna get to see Ishmael go and wreck shop. He's gonna be a lot of action.
Is he? Destiny go? Is him and Destiny go get together? They might. Yeah.
We get to see see what Lynn's gonna get into with if she's gonna get into bed, not literally, but get into bed with Tobias. I mean, it's some good storylines there that we get to kind of finish up. So hopefully next week will be. I won't have to go crazy on Twitter.
Man, look, join us for these live tweets, man. Our schedule is as follows. We do the pregame 15 minutes before the episode airs. Check your time zone wherever Black Lightning airs. 15 minutes before that, check us out on Twitter, on Instagram, doing the pregame. After that, you join us over there on the Twitters for the live tweet, where we're just adding to those trending hashtags. We're adding to the hashtags.
We being real ignorant. So
yeah, ignorant ain't the word, fam. Yes. And then, check us the very next day, the Tuesday, like it says up here at the top, live every Tuesday, discussing that Black Lightning episode. And yeah, man, I'm honestly looking forward to the second half of Black Lightning season 4, farewell season. I think honestly you go up from here. Go up from here. All right. Let these folks know where they can find you, support you, and follow you. And then
if you want to see me on Instagram, you can see me right here at ColeJackson_BYK, or follow me on Twitter, where I get off a lot of tweets all the time at ColeJackson12 on Twitter.
Yes, indeed. And of course, you can find me on Twitter, CarefreeBlackNerd. That is the handle. CarefreeBlackNerd everywhere else. Yeah, man, check us out. Use the hashtag BLMPod. Please be sure to check out our season 4 redo, where we've taken the first half of the 4th season and changed it in our own image. And check out our conversation with Rico Ball discussing his character.
Let me ask you, let me throw this out. If for all the people who listen to the pod, if you guys want somebody else to come on the BLM pod, at them. And tell them they need to come talk to us. Tell them they need to come on the show. Crogden, we want to get Crogden. We've been trying to figure out how to get Crogden on the show. We want to get him for the season finale. Hey, hit him. Add him and put us next to it and tell him he needs to do the show with us.
Come to Death Row. Okay, you sick and tired
That's
of
the problem right
Jefferson.
there. We can't get anybody because you're being that. That's why we can't have respectable people on the show, because you're doing that type stuff. I'm sitting here begging, and you sit up here being a Negro.
Come on, tell them, Adam. Tell them, hey, BLM Pod is where you should be.
There you go. And at him and at us, and we can have this conversation. We want to have more. We want to have more conversations from people from this show since it's ending, and we want to give you guys some more insight on the show too. We want to talk to the writers, everything. So if you feel like they need to be on the show, at them on Twitter and see what happens.
Hey, look. So look, y'all, do that. You know, that's your call to action. So yeah, so this was a good solid backdoor pilot. Has me interested in the season coming up. Has me a little bit excited for the Black Lightning rest of the second season, the second half of the fourth season. And I think it did what it needed to do. So this is where we end you. So guys, the links for everything will be in the show notes. Please check out those 2 previous episodes in the Black Lightning feed of it all. And we'll catch you next time. So until next week, stay carefree, stay nerdy, stay geeky, and stay out of Akashi 99 Black Velvet Hotel.
Ain't number CG.
Man, you wrong, bro. You wrong. All right.